All right, guys, we are going to start off with the beginning of 7.1, and the first part of 7.1 was slope fields. Now, before we get into slope fields, remember, to create a slope field, you needed a differential equation. Now, a differential equation is just an equation that contains a derivative. So, for example, let's just use dy over dx equaling 3x squared. Now, if I wanted to solve for this differential equation, all you're doing, remember, is taking the antiderivative. First, you're going to move the dx over here, so you're going to get dy equaling 3x squared dx. Next step was integrate it. The integral of dy is just y, and the antiderivative of 3x squared, we should all hopefully know, is x cubed. But remember, this is an indefinite integral, so that means I have no limits. So that means I need to put a plus c. I don't have an initial condition, I don't have anything else, so this is our answer for that differential equation. Now, that means that plus c, that c could be 0, that c could be 1, that c could be 2, who knows? But this was the basics of differential equations that we learned last year. Now, if I took that same differential equation, and let's say I wanted to create the slope field. So I'm just going to put a bunch of dots. Remember, we always assume the dots are just 1 unit away unless told otherwise. And last year I told you guys to kind of just make a table out of it. Most of you guys were able to do it without a table after a while. So we did x, y, dy over dx. So all these x's would be -1. Then we had x's of 0. And then these x's on the right were all of 1. The y's went from -1, 0, and 1. So -1, 0, 1, -1, 0, 1, -1, 0, 1. And then you just have to plug it into our differential equation. Now in this case, I really didn't care about the y's because my differential equation only has x's. So if I plug it in, -1 squared is +1. 1 times 3 is 3, so that means my dy dx's at -1 are 3. At 0, that's 0 squared is 0. 0 times 3 is 0. And then at 1, you still get 3. So that means here, these are positive slopes. 0 slopes mean they're horizontal. And then at 1, again, there are positive slopes. Now, if I actually followed one of these slope fields, if I look at it, this is going up, goes horizontal, then goes up. Hey, what does that look like? This looks like the y equal x cubed graph. And then this would have been y equals x cubed plus 1 at the top, or down here would have been y equals x cubed minus 1. It covers all your c's. So the big thing with slope fields is slope fields show you the original equation. It gives us what the original equation is. So now, we wouldn't actually do slope fields for a problem like this. This is way too easy. We know the antiderivative of 3x squared. We do slope fields for equations that we don't know the antiderivative of. So for example, let's say I'm going to do another slope field thing here. I'll use the same grid. Let's do this. We do not know the antiderivative of x plus y. We do not know how to find the antiderivative of x plus y. So that means I have to create a slope field for the antiderivative of x plus y to help me figure out what that antiderivative could be. Got it? And if you'd like to do the table again, go ahead. In this case, remember all the x's were -1, -1, -1, then 0, 0, 0, then 1, 1, 1. The y's went from -1, 0, 1, -1, 0, 1, -1, 0, 1, and I've got to figure out my dy dx. So, all right, so -1, -1, that's this point right here. -1 plus -1 is -2. -1 plus 0 is -1. -1 plus 1 is 0. 0 plus -1 is -1. 0, 1. 1 plus -1 is 0. 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. So now I can create my slope field. This had a -2 slope, so it goes down. This one was -1. It also goes down, not as much. And this one is 0. Here at 0, -1, it was -1. 0, 1. Here at 1, -1, we had 0, then 1, 2. Now, if this was a bigger slope field, I could get a better idea of what this actually looked like, but at least it's giving me a clue. So, that is slope fields in a nutshell. We should hopefully remember how to do all of that. So, for our assignment sheets, these are going to be your first assignments. This is 7.1 to 7.3. Your assignment is due on, let's do this. This is assignment number 1. Today should be the 14th. Worksheet. Just practicing some slope fields. You're going to do all of them. And I want to say, according to the calendar that we put on Google Classroom, your assignment should be due August 29th. That's the day before Labor Day break. All right, enjoy, have fun, bye.